Welcome back to another video, everyone. Today we're going to be playing the Wrath of Cortex, but not the final version. We're going to be playing a build of the game that was made months before the game actually came out. Because recently a game preservation group called HiddenPalace, which is where I downloaded this from, they released hundreds of early builds of PS2 games, prototypes, demos that never came out. The Wrath of Cortex was one of them. This is the May 15th, 2001 prototype, and again, it was an E3 demo that was built over 4 months before the final game. That's what they say here in the notes section. And again, it is a demo, so there's only 5 levels that you can play, but there are quite a few differences. I've already been on the game and I thought I'd make a video about it for those of you that haven't heard about this. I'm very interested in cut content and looking at early versions of the game that we never got to see, and so being able to play this is really cool. But again, here's all the differences. You can pause the video if you want to read them all. I'm just going to be playing through it and talk about the things that stand out the most, the main differences. I'll link this down below so you can read all of this if you want. So we'll press start, and it's going to take us straight into the game. We've got a different loading screen here as well. So yeah, it puts us straight in, and a big difference, the first thing you can notice, is a big giant floating Cortex head above this warp room, which of course wasn't in the original. Now we only have access to this warp room. This is the only one that branches off from the main section. As you can see, the boss fight isn't here either. These are just like, again, it's a demo, so this isn't an actual warp room, it's just a bunch of random levels. Now just like Cortex is floating above that warp room, I can imagine the elemental masks will be floating above the other warp rooms if they were there. I can't remember their names, I'm not gonna lie. I think that's Rocco, right? That one's Rocco. This one is Wawa? Is it? No? I can't remember this one's name, but I know this one's Pyro. Oh no, it is Wawa, I'm correct. So who's the last one then? Lolo, that's it. Sorry, Lolo. They're all in place though, so you know the first boss fight was Rocco, then it was Wawa, then Pyro, then Lolo. So they're all in place, but that is the only warp room that is available. So let's go into here. We've got a random selection of 5 levels here. We've got a couple, I know we've got Enter the Dragon, which is Wizards and Lizards. That's the one we're going to play first because that's my favorite. Oh yeah, and that's another difference that you just saw there. There was no actual animation for going into the levels. Crash just sort of falls through them like it's a hole. I'll just play the music for a sec because this isn't the Wizards and Lizards music. But we'll just go through the level and do a bit. I'm not going to focus on getting all the crates or anything. But we'll just go through and see if there's any other differences. I think this is a difference, this guy in front of me right here. I think he had a shield, didn't he, in the original one? But this time he actually attacks you. Also, as you can see there, Crash's running animation is different. I kind of like this one though. Oh shit, I didn't mean to activate the dragon chase, but yeah, you can see Crash running here. Get a good view of that. Okay, one thing I know for sure is that this is definitely different. Whoa, Nitro... Was that there in the original? I don't think it was. Maybe it was actually. Nitro Kick just plays straight in front of you. Okay, they fell very fast. I guess we'll jump over these because they fall instantly. So it is pretty similar overall. I noticed there was no bonus stage. Oh look, this is different too. Very different. But again, these aren't finalized versions, obviously. It's an early build of the game. Clearly they weren't planning on having that as the final animation. This is the Coco level though, so I wanted to test this one out. That's different. I did read that on the notes. That's a flamingo as opposed to a crane. I recorded a bunch of Wrath of Cortex footage about a year ago, and I've still got it, so I could probably show you some original footage of that. This bit's pretty much the same.
Giving up?
Alright, we got a game over, definitely on purpose guys, I did definitely mean to do that. But it's a good way of being able to show you the game over screen, which is pretty similar, because this did happen in the final release. Let's check out this level, Eskimo Roll. Alright, so it starts off fairly normal, from what I can remember. Any Crash Wrath of Cortex experts out there that know these levels off by heart, you can let me know what's different here. I think the layout does change actually. But let's just go across here. Grab that checkpoint. I've got to go slow, so we don't fall in any of these holes. Okay. So, this... I don't know, I feel like this bit's different. That's why you go slow. Nearly hit that penguin. Right, so I know I've read the notes, and apparently Tiny isn't in this version. I know Dingodile is in this level as well. And in this game, they were just basic enemies, like they weren't actual bosses or anything. But I always thought Dingodile was there. So I could be wrong, but I think that was changed. I don't know if he's still in this level. I know Tiny isn't, though, based on what I've read. And Dingodile does appear more than once, so he should be just up here, too. Let's just go through here. Okay. Rushing actually worked out there. I always thought he was standing on that. Or is he further up? I don't know. There's the well-hidden power crystal. Let's not hit that nitro. Guess we'll hit the nitro box, though. Yeah, so actually Dingodile and Tiny weren't in this. So they removed both of them. Oh no, sorry. I keep thinking this is like a new version just because it came out recently. They didn't remove both of them, they added both of them in. Tornado Alley is very similar. I really couldn't notice any differences, but we'll go into Crash and Burn. Let's test Crash and Burn out real quick. Right, let's make our way over these platforms. And then fall at the very end. Oh, there's a bonus stage in this one, which wasn't there in Wizards and Lizards. Let's get that life. Oh, don't slip, Crash. Yeah, I'm not trying to get all the boxes. But I do want the lives. Oh, shit. Yeah, so I don't know if that bonus stage is different. Oh, it's not done yet. I think this is different, isn't it? Again, I'm noticing the major differences, the things that even I can spot. Again, if you guys want to download this, you can. I mean, they publicly released it, along with a bunch of other stuff as well. I think Crash to Insanity actually had one too. So I might check that out as well, depending on what the differences are. But, I mean, yeah, this is really cool. Again, we're seeing a build of the game that was never fully released, and I think that's just really interesting. We get a glimpse at ideas that sort of never made it, you know? So we'll just go on Tornado Alley real quick to end off the video. But again, I just thought I'd make this for those of you that haven't heard about this. Again, this level is pretty similar. I never did like this level in the final release, and all this is showing me is that I didn't like it 4 months before the game came out either. But yeah, we'll just clear off these two, and then we'll all be done. There we go. Bit of an abrupt ending. But again, this is something that you can all access. There's other videos on YouTube of people playing it, like for just straight up gameplay. I think one of the coolest changes is these heads above the thing. But that being said, thank you for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. Definitely subscribe if you're new here. Let me know down below any of the differences that I missed, because I'm guessing that I did miss quite a few of them. Definitely subscribe if you're new here, and I'll see you all in my next video.